Hey you guys, I'm Michaela Cooper. I think why advising is so important is just because whenever you come here, especially as a new student, it's just really important because sometimes we don't really know what we're doing with our lives. And, you go to your advisor and you figure out what classes you need. And even though you could be a general general studies major, and that's perfectly okay because the advisors are going to give you classes that you're going to need for any major, and but they're also great for having an advisor whenever you feel like you're struggling with a class and you just need to know some more study tips, and you can go to your advisor and they can help you, or they can tell you which classes might be better, which teachers could help you out more. And so I feel like that's really why having an advisor is important.
And of course, I'm Mande Miller. I'm Director of Advising for ICC, and I definitely think advising is important, especially this time of year. And if you have not seen your advisor yet, you really need to take time between now and exams starting next Tuesday to make that appointment so that you can get your spring schedule. And while we're talking and everything, if you have a question, please feel free to type in a question. We'll be glad to answer it. If we can't answer it, we'll probably be able to find out before this is over with. But definitely, you need to be scheduling a time to see your advisor. I know, Michaela, you've already seen your advisor, right?
Yes.
And you go online and do your schedule and make sure you do an advising planning form. But advising is important because you and your advisor will sit down and y'all exactly will talk about your career, make a plan for your future, actually sit down and map out like the next several semesters to decide exactly what classes you need to be taking in the future in order to meet your career goals.
We have a question.
Okay.
And the question is, what if I don't know my major?
If you don't know your major, that's okay. Like Michaela was saying earlier about a general studies degree, we can get you classes. We can talk to you. That's one important thing about your advisor. Your advisor can actually sit down and talk to you and talk about your career interest. Talk about your favorite classes even that you're enrolled in now. But there's also useful tools that you can get to on the website. If you go to our homepage and scroll to the bottom and click on the Advising Center, you'll notice that there are some career testing links there. We also can take you to programs of study. Under programs of study, you can actually look at all of the majors as far as in our articulation agreement. There's also our career and technical programs listed there, our health science programs. And two, if you'll notice, under programs of study, there is a world. And if you'll look at that, click on that world, it actually will help you connect majors to careers. And one more additional resource is Carla Rose. She is our Career Centers coordinator, and she will actually make appointments with you and sit down and discuss options and give you a career test.
I feel like it's really great having an advisor. Whenever I first started out, I was kind of in between two majors, and so Miss Mande knows. And she gave me classes that were geared towards both of my majors. And in doing those classes, my first and second semester, I realized that one major was not at all what I wanted to do anymore. And so now I've started off my second year here at ICC, and I'm taking the classes geared towards my major. But if it wasn't for my advisor whenever I first started here, I'd probably be going towards the other major. And so that's one of the great things that your advisors can do is they can give you classes that are geared for both of them, and through your semesters you can decide which one's more of a fit for you.
So I have another question. What should I bring to the appointment with my advisor?
That's an excellent question. If you know what your major is going to be and you know what your major is, you actually can sit down and go ahead and make a listing of classes that you want to enroll in. Maybe go ahead and look at the class schedule online, kind of map out when you want to take your classes. If you know you're going to, let's say, Mississippi State, and you're going to major in engineering, you can go online and look at the curriculum and print it off and bring that with you when you come to your advising appointment. The more prepared you are, the better off it is for you now and in the future as you transition out. And if you're a career technical program, let's say you're interested in the industrial maintenance program here at ICC, then you'll go online and click on the career and technical programs under programs of study, and you can print off your curriculum guide from there. That will help you out tremendously.
Okay, another question is, what if I already know my major and I know what classes I want to take? Do I have to see my advisor to get my schedule made?
Yes, you have to see your advisor to get your schedule made. Every semester, it's just about building that relationship and being sure that you are on track. And sometimes it's just good to have that person to check in with to make sure you're doing okay in your classes that you're currently enrolled in. So you do have to go and see them, and you'll sit down. You'll make an advising planning form, and then to finish out the process, you actually have to go under My Tribe and click on there and agree under registration to advising planning form, answer some questions about your advisor and the advising process, submit that, and then you'll actually go online and complete your schedule yourself.
And it's important to see your advisor even if you know what you're doing. Like I stated before, I know what I want to do, and I knew which college I was going to. But for my degree for physical therapy, I have to have a bachelor's, and then I move on for my doctorate in physical therapy. And the classes I need for my bachelor's are different than the classes I need for my doctorate for physical therapy. So my advisor actually sat down and was like, wait, even though you don't have to have this for your bachelor's degree, you're going to need this for physical therapy, and already started me. And those were classes that I wasn't aware that I needed.
Yeah, a lot of times you think that you know everything, but unfortunately when you get there, sometimes you find out something new, or you may not, but it's just good to have that checkpoint just to be sure that you're in the right process and going on the right track.
For all those incoming freshmen out there, how do you know who your advisor is, and how are you assigned your advisor?
You want to tell them where you find your advisor under there? You want me to?
You got
Okay. If you go under My Tribe, you actually can look in your My Info. Once you log in, it'll have your advisor's name right there. And you know, advisors are assigned different ways. I look at who you're, where you're taking your classes, of course. If you're on the Fulton or Tupelo campus or an e-learning student, look at just different factors as far as ACT scores and your major, and we try to make the best fit for you. So, and if you ever have to change your major, then you actually will go online under My Tribe again. My Tribe is so important here at ICC. Under School Services, and you actually can change your major online. And then we'll reassign you an advisor, and without Candace Pitt's help, I wouldn't be able to do that, but she helps me with that, and so does Diane Nichols. So we as a team kind of go through there and be sure that everybody has a advisor assigned to each and every person.
Okay, what are some important dates coming up for advising?
Well, right now is very important. If you do not have that spring schedule, you definitely need to get in there with your advisor before exams start on next Tuesday, because then it's very difficult to find your advisor. And so you want to do that between now and next Tuesday. Get in there, see your advisor, get signed up. And then, of course, classes will start January 11th for traditional classes. And then the next week after that, January 19th, actually, online classes start. So those are key dates, and knowing that you need to get in there right now to see your advisor.
Okay, one more question is, what kind of grades do other schools require?
As far as getting into the school, you definitely want to earn your AA or your AAS degree while you're here at ICC, and that is a gateway to getting jobs and getting entrance into the senior college, and you definitely need to have that 2.0 GPA overall. Of course, you know, the higher the better, because you look at scholarship opportunities. If you're 3.5, you've got Phi Theta Kappa scholarship opportunities. 3.0 will actually qualify you for some community college leadership scholarships for transfer students. So, of course, the higher your GPA, the better off you are as far as getting into transfer. And depending on your program, too, I'll say that, because for elementary education or any type of school of education, you're looking at a 2.75. This is another good reason of why you need to go see your advisor, to be sure that you know all these little things that can help you in the future.
Well, that looks like we've gotten all the questions. If anybody else has any questions, type them in right quick. But is there anything else y'all wanted to add?
Now, I just hope that if you ever need anything, you'll come by and see the Advising Center. We also have our e-advisor, our online chat system. We also have e-advisor at iccms.edu. If you've got questions, you can email. Just know that your advisor is there to help you, and that's what they're there for. And if you need them, you need to go by and see them.
Okay, tell us where you're located, Miss Mande.
We're actually, the Advising Center is located on the Tupelo and Fulton campus. Fulton campus is Student Services Building, second floor. If you come up the stairs, automatically go to your right, and that's where we are in the Office of Student Affairs. And then in Tupelo campus, Student Support Center, Office of Student Affairs again.
Okay. Anything else?
I think it's just, I just wanted to say, I think it's really important not to just see your advisors at the time, at the beginning or ends of of each semester. Build that personal relationship with your advisor so that when it comes time for you to transfer out, or if you need to change your major, your advisor knows you well enough to know what is going to be your best fit. So get on a personal level with your advisor. And
That's right, yes.
And go see them more so that whenever you need help, they know exactly how to fit your need.
Exactly. Thanks, Michaela. That is exactly right.
Okay, give us that email address one more time for questions.
eadvisor@iccms.edu.
Okay, thanks, Mande and Michaela, for helping us out on Periscope today. And stay tuned. We should have Lynn Live Indian News on Thursday at 1. See ya.